Hey guys, welcome back. This is Hypernova30, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a frame door. So last episode I got this warehouse thing set up, told you guys what the series is going to be about, and this episode I'm going to make it so I can walk inside. Pretty cool. So right now I'm just finding a side, finding the side that I based the bottom of the ground off of, and it looks like it's this side, isn't it? Whoa, I don't even know what I was thinking. I must have been... the frick? Must have been, like, right here. No? Okay, well, last episode I did show you this... the filler. Yes, the filler. And, I'm gonna use it one more time. Because I do have a slight problem here. Oop, didn't want to break those. Oh, there we go. This is where I must have based it off of. Just looking for the right height to build this thing at. So I'm just going to clear the area using this filler here. Remember, set up your area that you want to clear. So if you power it with redstone, it will show you like the lines. So just power with redstone, pretty cool. Whoa, why is that black? Weird, I don't know. But let's go all the way down to right here, and finally I need to select a height. You know, I don't think that's far enough back. I want it farther. I want it to go like right here, like far. I want to clear a big nice area. I also want to clear pretty high because these trees can get pretty high. That should be good. And yeah, so I'm just going to clear this area. Remember, click on your torch, you get the selection box, place it down, and fill our recipe. I'm looking for clear. Awesome. And then I'll just power it up, and kaboom! So fast, so awesome. Ooh, and I got a little cave here. Just cover that up. There is a mode called flatten, which probably would have been more useful in this scenario, actually, because it would have filled in all these little holes that I'm filling in right now, but it does give me something to do while I'm talking. So I'm going to make a frame door today, and yeah, it's going to be a gigantic door. If you saw my first video, it was a frame quarry, so I'm going back to my roots with more frame stuff. Ooh, this is going to take forever, actually. I should really just put in that flatten recipe. Stop it. I want the flatten recipe, because this is just taking forever. Flatten. And you do need to feed flatten blocks. It should be flattening. If it has power. Power. Oh, I just ate up that dirt. Oh, I already have some in my inventory, so I don't need to do. Just cool. Not sure where it's getting stuck on. It's one of these animals. Whoa. Turn today. What's going on? You know you're not done yet. What the? I think it might just be these chickens, so... I'm sorry, chickens. Does the Sword of the Zephyr still work like that? No. Just kill a bunch of these guys. Hey, look, I did flatten. Just took a while. It's not getting rid of my treetops either. I'm not happy about that, but it's probably because it wants more dirt. Yeah, there we go. Taking away the treetops. And now we got a nice big area for me to work. So, number one thing I'm going to do is clear my inventory, actually. Ooh, you know what, then I lose my suit and everything, so I'll just turn on delete mode and get rid of pretty much everything. I don't think I need anything that I have in my inventory, besides save the basalt and my gear. Okay. Yeah. So, for this frame door to work, there I'm going to make it so it's a toggleable frame door, and you hit a button somewhere out here on maybe like a little stand here. That'd be pretty cool. And you hit that button, and the door, if it's open, it closes, and if it's closed, it opens. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and pretty doable. So let's get started. First, I'm gonna get this gigantic hole where I want my my frame door to be. Nice and big area, so it looks pretty awe-inspiring when it opens. That looks good. That's a door worthy of my my warehouse. Now, I'm going to need frames, of course. I'm just going to clear my inventory again, because somehow I got all this random stuff in it. Frames. And I will also want some covers. Basalt covers. Just, you know, matching. Now, I will have to dig out one extra along this thing to place the covers on. You'll see what I mean, because the door won't actually be that big. Now, the door is going to stick inside one space, I guess. So, if you want, you could have the door be more, you know, easily viewable and you know the door is there, or you can have it not sticking in. You know what I mean, right? It's either sticking in and very, very well hidden because the basalt blocks are in front of it, or less hidden because there's covers on it. But then it doesn't stick into your warehouse. But, I mean, I have tons of room, so I'm not quite worried about that. Now, I gotta cover this thing up. Yeah, just like that. And I will also break just a little area down here to work with. Sweet. So I'll be back when this thing is covered in covers. Hey, covered in covers. Awesome, I am done. Covered the thing in covers. And I also filled the front in with basalt. And you can just see, you can't tell this thing is going to move down and just disappear in front of you. So, I love frame doors like that. So, now this gigantic door is going to need a place to go underground when I retract it. So, you have to count how many high the frame door is. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then dig a hole that deep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then dig one extra just for, you know, safety, and so there's room for the motors and such. Now, while I'm down here, you might have noticed there is one spot up there that I did not cover, and that is for a little appendage thing to reach down and be pulled up and down by the frame motors. And that's what actually is going to be moved and used and touched, instead of the door itself. The door itself isn't going to interact with the motors. Cool, so I just dug out a pretty giant pit for this frame door to sit in, with one extra block. Awesome. And where this is, you will want to dig another deep hole for that one to retract into. What is lighting up this place? It must be those lamps, the, you know, wrath lamps. I had to look at them to figure out their name. And it must be lighting up this place too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then one extra. So right here is where the frame motors are going to interact with it. So you will want to probably cover this one in frames. I mean covers, not covered it in frames. Cover the frames in covers. Awesome. Completely covered. And now we'll want frame motors. Now, frame motors do need blue-trick power. So for that, I'm going to grab a solar panel, just because this door is pretty big, and some battery boxes. And a little bit of wire. Awesome. So that's what this side's for. I'm just going to create a little storage bank. That should be good. And can run some wire back over, I don't know, here. Sure. Actually, it'd probably be better if I put it on top of the warehouse. I can do a little solar panel thing up here. Cool. And if you want to see how to run this wire down very neatly, what you can... Oop, forgot it doesn't connect like that. You can do this. That's my frame door. That probably won't work. I will do it on the other side, right here. And when you're running it down... Oh god, that looks so ugly. Ew, there's a giant hole in the middle of my wall. Well, you can actually place covers from Redpower again to cover this thing up, so you don't even know it's there. Awesome. And you can cover it up on the other side. These micro blocks are very intuitive. They know if they can be fit in or they don't fit in properly. I will dig a little hole here so I can, you know, go through. Cool. So now I'm getting power nowhere. Let's make that nowhere somewhere. Digging over here and hoping I hit. Yes, I did. And I will just grab my cables and run them along the ceiling, I guess. I can just... Done. Done and connected. Awesome. So, these battery boxes are slowly going to get power, and we can run this over to my frame motors. So, I'm going to actually want to remove probably these two blocks right here. Now, I'm placing my frame's motors down, and I'll need to grab a screwdriver so I can orient these properly. Screwdriver doesn't... Oops, I didn't even get one there. Great. And you'll want to make them facing inwards. You can have them facing outwards if you really want, but think about it. What happens if you go too far? The other one cannot grab it and pull it back. In this way, it's guaranteed that these frame motors will never lose control over your frames. Ooh, cool. They just lit up, so they have power. Now I'm going to place back these frames, and then I'll show you the redstone wiring for this. But I think our door... Actually, wait, this will get in the way of the door, won't it? So I'll have to run these wires more secretly. Cool, that shouldn't get in the way of the door. Actually, that wouldn't get in the way of the door, but it gets in the way of the wires. There we go. That shouldn't cause any problems, because I did dig this one extra deep. You know, thinking over this isn't... What the frick am I doing here? This won't work. Of course it won't. I need to have them down here, so there's room. I don't know what I'm thinking. Sorry, guys, I'm absent-minded today, I guess. Place the frames down and orient this one properly. Cover it up. Oop, I think I broke a bunch of covers there. Looks completely covered. So, to test this out, I will grab some buttons. But later, this will be controlled by a full, you know, lot simpler system. So this one will move the entire door down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5? Why no 5? What the? Okay, seriously? Oh, this is why no 5. I didn't dig this one deep enough, did I? And I didn't put any covers on that. Sweet. And 5. Cool. And now you'll notice this door is completely out of the ground. Cover this up a little bit more. And, well, you can walk right in. Awesome. So, back down here. 1. Ooh, is this... This should move it up. Why you no move up? What did I do? This is facing the right way, right? It looks like it. There we go. Don't know what was happening there. 2, no, that was 3, 4, and 5. Cool. And that means the door is completely shut off. Looks like everything's working. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Took a while, but the door's open now. Cool. So we got a working door. Now, let's make this thing a bit more automatic with it turning on and off. And for that, I'm not going to run redstone everywhere. If you want to, because you're, you know, not cheating in everything, you could just run redstone straight there. But for simplicity's sake, and so you guys can see it better, I'm using wireless redstone. Wireless redstone. Yay. That's the stuff. And I'm going to grab 2 receivers, place them on the wall, and have them sticking right into these frame motors. So this one I will call, at frequency 100, frame door up. No, wait, this would be frame door down. Don't get those mixed up, that'd be pretty... Actually, I don't think that would be bad. And this one I can call frame door up. Cool. So I have 2 wireless receivers set to the correct frequencies. And I might actually want to move these up to a proper position. 2, 3. That should be good. You'll notice it won't go up any farther than it can, and it won't go down any farther than it should. So, now for the wiring. And I will be doing the wiring just right up here. So you can see you can just use non-wireless. Wireless for me, I'm just using so it's a lot simpler to see. Bink. Awesome. We got a room. And I will want to light this up, so I'll grab myself one of those. These ones. Bink. Litten up. Now, we're going to have a receiver here with frame door input. And this is what you're going to pulse wherever you are to turn the frame door on and off. Now what you'll want is you'll want a toggle latch. These ones are part of the Redpower mod, and I'm going to demonstrate this with a lever. And how these work is they just toggle a signal. So every time there's a pulse, you can see that the signal that's outputted is toggled to a different side. Cool. Sounds like what we need, because there's 2 different sides, up and down. So face it like, actually I'll face it like that. Cool. Now instead of having wire here, I'm going to put the next logic gate directly on it, which is called the pulse former. And basically this is a very simple gate, and all it does is, you see it only connects from 2 sides, and when this side is turned on, all it does is just pulse it really fast, just dink, pulse. Yeah, that's what I want. So you'll notice now, whenever this thing, this lever also acts like it's inputting into this thing. Whenever this thing is pressed, one side briefly lights up. Now, I'm going to need a state cell. This will keep that signal on for a bit longer than that tiny little pulse. And I will need the state cell to face like that. Now, using the screwdriver, you can not only rotate these things, but by shifting, you can actually, like, reverse it. So now you'll notice, if I connect up to my redstone there, I hit this button, and it turns on, and then suddenly off, and it hits that. So, I'll be using the forward one on this. Cool, so they're both facing the same way. So now whenever I hit this thing, it turns on for a little bit. Now I want a NOT gate. I think I want a NOT gate, don't I? That sounds correct. A NOT gate is basically what it inverts the signal. So those three are all outputs. This is the input. If the input's on, the outputs are off. Pretty simple. Just like a torch on a block in vanilla. So NOT gate that up. Awesome. This is looking pretty cool. And whenever this thing is hit, the signal will just turn off for a little bit. Now I'm going to get into the timer. This is what's going to pulse the thing multiple times. You can see the timer just starts running. And it has 4 sides that are interacting with. It'll pulse all 3 of the 3 top ones whenever this little thing turns around. You can check, you can see how much time you want it to take. And also, same thing with the state cell, you can show how long that first signal goes on for. So every 2 seconds it will pulse. Now, if a redstone signal is applied to the back, it will turn off. If a redstone signal is applied to the front, nothing happens, and the sides are both output and input. Not only will they turn it off, but they will also pulse. Pretty cool. So, I'm going to put the timers down. And remember, these NOT gates will keep these timers off. So now whenever I press this thing, this timer will run once. Now, frames take exactly 0.8 seconds to do the movement. So, I will set the timer interval for, you guessed it, 0.8 seconds. Now I want it to move 5 times, so what's 0.8 times 5? Doing the math, that would be, God, I'm tired. Can't do this. 42? No, God, this is 40. 40. I couldn't do 8 times 5. Wow. Don't make fun of me, guys. It's 40. Cool. So now, when this thing is toggled, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Off. Awesome. So, I'll set this one to the same length of time. Cool. So, whenever this thing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I must have miscounted there, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, why are you doing 6? Oh, I set you for 5. I meant 4. Oops. Now that should work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Now, I just need to send, this is the finished signal. So I'll send these into a wireless transmitter. This one with down, and this one with up. So now, look at this, whenever this thing is touched, 2, 3, 4, 5, frame door down, and when it's touched the other side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can see it's a toggable system. Remember, the input for this entire system is 102. So I can set up as many inputs as I want, wherever I want. You know what, I have a feeling I set up this gigantic hole on the other side for me to get in and out, yet I've only used it once. So, I can put an input there, I could put a button on the wall, and I'm going to put button on this. And you know what, why not just cover it in buttons? Cool. Now the bottom block will be a piece of redstone wire, and then a special thing called jacketed cable. Jacketed wire is a special type of wire that is basically just like redstone wire, except it's completely freestanding. See, so you can just run it, wherever you want. No block has to support it. So, I will bring this down. Now, to connect to normal, you'll notice it doesn't connect to the ground. It doesn't connect to anything that inputs it. So, to connect it, you need to put a piece of normal red ally wire on the bottom, and then it can come out of that. Cool. So that's what I did here. Put a piece of redstone wire on, and then this. Now this can come into the ground, and actually this might look pretty cool if there's something called a hollow cover. And this is a cover that lets pipes, not pipes, Redpower tubes and other things go through it. So I place this down right here. Cool. See how that looks? Looks pretty sweet. Now down here, just turn it back into a normal red alloy signal, and then have a wireless transmitter facing the right way with frame door input. Awesome. Cover it up, and it looks like I got myself the input device. So I just hit a button, and awesome. And if the button is hit again, the door magically rises. Pretty cool. Now, I will also create a button for the inside, maybe right here. And for that, I'm going to grab that same kind of setup, put it on the top, side, and then just run it down. Ooh, that will turn off those two lights for that second. I don't like that, actually. So I can actually do these, because remember, you know, sometimes I love Soren, sometimes I realize he put extra stuff so this stuff connects, but I don't want that. So to solve that, I can put a normal cover on the side, stopping the connection, and now the lights don't turn off. Cool. Place in a piece of redstone wire and connect it up to, again, the same input, so I don't need to have multiple inputs. Awesome. And now, using covers, I can just cover this up. And looks like there's nothing there. Weird lighting glitch with Redpower, but that's it. Don't worry. So now if I cover up this here, done, and I hit this button, the whole place just magically opens up, and I'm allowed in. And it's been raining this whole time. Yikes. Can I turn rain off? Isn't there? There we go. Yeah, I turned rain off. Cool. Nice and sunny. Jump! Didn't make it quite. So we can just hit the button again, and it just magically opens. I love that. That looks so cool. So, today, I think I showed you how to make a frame door with wireless redstone, Redpower, and multiple inputs. So, this was Hypernova30. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you guys later. Bye.